Good evening, gentlemen. It's Friday night. It's the 25th of August. The weather's fairly rubbish right now. You know the script with British weather. One nice day followed by three lousy ones. Okay. So hope all's well. If you're watching this on replay, then hello. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. And nice to see you. To see you nice. Okay. Cheers. Okay, so I'll just say hello to a few people in the chat. First of all, we've got Donald Trump. Now, this is topical. Not that I'm going to necessarily talk about that tonight, but, I don't know. You couldn't write the script, could you? I mean, what's going on with the former presidents and maybe the future presidents? You know, if somebody wrote a movie script about that, people would say it was too far-fetched. It couldn't happen. But then again, look at what happened to, the princess and, and the car. Truth is stranger than fiction, my friends. So Donald Trump, good evening, mate. Don Trump, nice to have you here, mate. Leeds, if you want to talk about him, then let's talk about him. But that's American politics. Try not to interfere with that. Leeds, good evening. Crypto Chris Card, nice to hear from you. Sceneries, good evening. Smooth Operator, who gave a really, really good question the other day, went down well. Smooth Operator, thanks for recommending that Thomas and Muse video, mate. There's actually quite a lot of videos on there. That old lady's gun put me off right off my chicken Kiev and chips earlier. If you haven't seen Thomas, if there's other nudity, like even full throttle stuff, it's actually allowed on YouTube under age restriction, and if it's got an educational purpose, check out that channel. And I think she's a real character. She's a real character. I like her. Anyway, Martin Ryder, good evening. David Marchant, nice to hear from you, mate. Yoz Travels. Oh, yeah, you're putting this on the screen. Yoz Travels, good evening, Ed and the gang. Been busy booking Thailand hotels the past 2 hours. Grab some bargains. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I think you're going in November, which is wow. That's barely more than 2 months away, isn't it? Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Nice to hear from you. Telecom is here. Good Friday night, Eddie. Hope all is well on your side of the pond. Yeah, it's okay. We don't need to bang on about the weather because it's Britain and it's lousy. But I hope all's well in Minnesota, Mark. Anyway, nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. McLaren is here. Nice to hear from you. Darren Drew. Good evening, Eddie. Just booked to go to Las Vegas. Oh, good for you. Good for you. I'd like to see Las Vegas. Some people go there all the time, but good for you, mate. Good for you. Tell us all about it, tell us more. I know Yoz Travels has been there before, so tell us more. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Seamus Doherty, nice to hear from you. Let's see. Where are we now? Bart Simpson, The News is a Movie. The news is a movie. What is that all about? Are you talking about Trump or whatever? Yeah, Telecom. Trump is selling T-shirts with his mugshot on them for $34. So there's that. Apparently, it's said to be one of the most famous, iconic images ever. I haven't seen this mugshot yet. It's going to be good fun. Oh my God, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Have we ever had anything so strange happening to a British former, not in my lifetime, not a British one, not a British prime minister or a former prime minister or anything. I don't think we've ever had anything of this spectacle before. What have we ever had that could compare with that? No, I couldn't. No, can't be cool. Can't be cool. I suppose our, prime ministers are quite dull in comparison. McLaren, okay. Yogi Bear, nice to hear from you, Yogi Bear. Good evening, Ed, and good evening to all in. They said we're going to get a plague of flies. Do you remember the ladybird plague in 1976? Good evening. They said we're going to get a plague of flies. I don't remember the ladybird. In fact, I haven't seen one of them for years, one of those ladybird things. But we're going to get a plague of flies. Well, that wouldn't surprise me because I'm seeing more bloody mozzies. I'm seeing quite a lot of mozzies. I mean, I've actually got my pajama bottoms on right now. I would normally wear me shorts, but I'm scratching me. There's mozzies around. There's mozzies coming in through the windows and just about everywhere else. Oh, hot chocolate. Nice, nice. Yeah, there's mozzies coming in from everywhere. Bobby Crush, nice to hear from you, mate. Let's see. Englishman in Malta. That sounds like a lovely place to be. Englishman hoffing the sunset on the beach. Been a lovely sunny 35 Celsius today. Am I right in thinking Malta is the closest European country to Africa, or something like that? Something like that. Maybe I'm wrong there, but sure looks like a nice place. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Rob J, I actually finally caught a live stream. I always watch your videos, but normally watch on repeat. Back in Pattaya, end of November, taking my 18-year-old son his first time. Should be fun. Good for Jesus. 18. God, I wish I was going out there when I was 18. I thought, I've said this before, but when I was 18, a bloody ferry ticket across the River Mersey was like going on an exotic holiday for me. Oh, well, good for you, mate. I'm sure he'll love it there. I'm sure he'll love it. Telecom. Yeah, telecom. Yeah, or as we call it, lost wages. Las Vegas lost wages. That's good. Yeah, that is good. That's cool, that, mate. Yeah, sounds about right to me. I'm not a gambler. Not a gambler. Ricardo, I had a great show. The best thing on a Friday night. Okay. Thank you for that, mate. Cheers. Thanks for that. Ginger Joe. Evening, Eddie, mate. Off to Western Poland, Eastern Germany, 2 weeks tomorrow. So on the wagon. I'm a World War II boss, so I cannot wait for the walks. Oh, well, good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've been to Krakow in Poland, and it was around about this time of year that I went to, and the weather was magnificent. As for Eastern Germany, well, have I been to Eastern Germany? I've been to Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt, and Hamburg. I don't think they qualify as Eastern Germany, but good for you. Germany, I will still maintain that I traveled through Germany for a few weeks, and the German people, I found it's one of the most underrated traveling adventures. The German people were very, very hospitable. I liked it. I really liked it. Good for you, mate. Yours travels. I'm a Vegas veteran with 15 trips. It's totally changed. I will not be returning anytime soon. Oh, well, 15, that's bloody good. Oh, and hot chocolate's good as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to have a couple of things to talk about tonight. Anyway, a couple of little things to talk about. It's Friday night, so let's have a bit of fun and a little bit of chat and whatever else is going on. Yeah, Martin Ryder, CNN have made Trump's mugshot more orange using Photoshop. I haven't seen. Apparently, isn't he going to be charged after midnight our time, or whatever's happening? Yeah, smooth operator. Ed, with regards to your retirement plans, Richie Rich, nice to hear from you, mate. Smooth operator, Ed, with regards to your retirement plans, will you be fully selling up everything, or are you still going to have a base in the UK? I'm keeping things going in the UK. I'm not burning me bridges just yet, but with regards to retirement plans, I've decided, I've made my mind that next year it's going to be the year. Now, it could be early next year, it could be middle next year, could be late next year. I think it'll probably be the middle one. I think it'll probably be middle next year, but I will be going abroad on a one-way ticket. I'll be going on a one-way ticket. That's why I'm in no hurry now. I'm getting things sorted out right now, piece by piece, taking me time. I probably will be here in the winter, in the freezing cold, and that's probably all I'll need to convince me that I don't belong here. So yeah, yes, next year it's looking. It's not so much. It's looking more and more likely. It's going to happen next year. I'm gonna be going abroad for good. Chris Bay, when are you Atlantis Island next year? Okay, yeah, McLaren F1. Bet they're dingy mozzies. Keep them out. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe they brought them over with them. Crypto Chris card. Is there mozzies in the world now? They don't have anything that exotic there. Telecom. Trump listed his height at 6'3" and weighted Trump listed his height as 6'3" and weight at 215 pounds, which is total Bologna. He's a big guy anyway. He's certainly a big guy, that's for sure. Englishman in Malta. Tell me or anyone in the chat, my new love wants to spend a week on Koh Chang in April. Is it full week born or can you do day trips? Right. Englishman in Malta, I've been to Koh Chang a number of times, and it is a terrific island. It's a bloody good island. And the good thing is, I mean, it's not, you don't have to go out the way. It's not that far from Bangkok and Pattaya. It's only a matter of, it's a matter of so many hours by road and ferry. It's not that far. And Koh Chang is one of the biggest islands in Thailand, and it's excellent. You've got White Sand Beach, which is the most well-known place, which I'm not a big fan of, personally. Other people like it, but I think especially the town, so it's a little bit charmless. But other places on that island, the likes of, we were talking about, what is it? What the hell? Not Long Beach. What's it called? Oh, there's other beaches there. Kai Bay. And there's Lonely Beach, I think it's called, and they are much nicer. And if you go back to my main channel, Steady Eddie's Travels, dig back a couple of years, you will see videos on Koh Chang. And I really, really like that island. I do like that island. It's a good place. And it's a big island, so spending a week there, no, it's not too long. Not too long at all, mate. Good place. I think in April, the weather might start getting a little bit hit and miss then, but no, I think you'll like it. Good place, good place. Martin Ryder, at 18, I walked around with a permanent bone on. Jesus God almighty, that brings back memories, that does. I think I'd grown out of that phase by 18. Do you remember that when you were a young guy? When you were a kid, what is it, 11, something 11 or whatever, when you started getting big, 11, 12, and all of a sudden you started getting, boners, and even when you were in the classroom, you started getting boners, and even when you're on the bus, you're thinking about all those sexy programs you're watching on TV the night before, and like you get the bus, and then by the time you come to stand up, you've got a big bulge. Do you remember that? Remember that? That was embarrassing. That was a puberty. Oh, what a horror! Even that word puberty. Is it called puberty because that's when you start spouting pubes? Is that what they call it? Bloody horrible word. That horrible word. Oh well. Anyway, somebody loves you there, but someone loves you there, Bobby Crush. Yeah, let's see. Richard Stockdale. What's the background, Eddie? That is a rock bar in the island of Koh Larn. Yeah, that's the island that's just across the water from Pattaya. And so I've got videos on my channel of that as well. Don't let anyone tell you that Koh Larn is not a good place. It's well worth a visit. Yours travels. John, resort fees in Vegas are just plain stupid. Most hotels are at least £45 a night. Resort fee. That's the resort fee. $45. So 7 nights gets expensive on top of what you already pay. I think I missed a boat for America. I would love to go to America. I would love to. The reason I've shied away from it is because you need to spend time in a country like that. I don't think that's a country you need to just pop in and out of. You really need time to explore that country. And I would love to see it. I would love to see, because we're all brought up on American movies, don't forget. I would love to see it. But I do hear reports now that all the places you want to see have gone ridiculously expensive. I think I've missed a boat on that one, I'm afraid. Yeah, let's see. Who's the smooth operator? I'm hoping the guy who goes into Gambia phones in today. Interested to hear what it's all about and if it's worth the venture. Neil Fleet, I think you talk about. I'd love to hear from Neil Fleet. I know he goes to Gambia a lot. You know, he's welcome to come on and tell us about it. Yeah, I'd like to hear more. Yeah. Yogi Bear. Has anyone seen the videos of the illegals in t-shirts and the boats coming here being used by the gangs to advertise coming? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it. What you got t-shirts now and the boats coming here? Yeah. You know what is the t-shirt? It's got you know the white cliffs of Dover on it or something. Bastards. That's all I'm saying. Bastards. Let's see. Yeah, Martin Ryder. Okay. McLaren, McLaren. Let's have some boat people chat. Oh, you know, it gets a bit. After a while, same old, same old. Crypto Chris, Trump 2024. Well, good for you if you're a supporter. Patriotist. I recommend Scandinavia for travel. Go Norway and Sweden. Yes, it's going to cost a little more, but cheaper isn't always better. The West is still quality. Scandinavia for travel must be a bit cold there. I'm sure I'd like to see them. I'm sure I'd like to. I'd like I'd like to see it. Isn't the Orkney Islands in Scotland? Isn't the Orkney Islands trying to become part of Norway under an historical invasion or something? Yeah. You know, I think somebody took that quote from the Mrs. Merton when she was talking to that woman who married the magician. And what was it that first attracted to you to the very wealthy country of Norway? Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't mind being Norwegian. You know, they seem to have it all right. They don't seem to have the problems we've got. Let's see. Englishman in Malta. You're right, Mr. Eddy. Malta is southern Europe, located in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea between Sicily and Africa. I'd like to visit that place. I would. I would like to visit that place. I'd like to visit that place. Yeah, David Coleman. Good evening, guys. Okay, nice to hear from you, David. Nice to hear from you. Are you the real David? I hope you are. John Kay, Koh Chang is nice, but it's not really recovered that well since COVID. Lonely Beach is totally destroyed. And that was very, very nice. I liked Lonely Beach. And last time I was there, was it right at the beginning of last year? It was still very, very much quiet and locked down. The Lonely Beach. No, where did I go? Hey, Kai Bay is nice. I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it, but if it's a good place. Koh Chang's a good island. Koh Samet's a good island as well, but it's smaller. But that's a good island as well. Let's see. Yes, I was Koh Chang on my hit list. Yeah, go there, man. Go there. Telecom, puberty, yup. Yeah, it's a horrible word. Oh, horrible word. It's hard. There isn't certain words, even official words, that you just hate. I mean, puberty. I hate that word. It's horrible that. And vagina. I hate that word as well. That's a horrible word. That. I mean, okay. I mean, a woman is beautiful, soft, feminine. Feminine's a nice word. I like feminine. That's a nice word. But how can a beautiful, soft, feminine woman refer to her vagina? That's so clinical. That word. It's like something you there at the doctors. Nobody used it. Fanny. That's a nice word. No, I like that one. Chris, Chris B, we're in Thailand, Eddie. Pattaya, after 6 months, what are you going to do all day? Chris B, we're in Thailand, Eddie. Pattaya, after 6 months, what are you going to do all day? Right, I never ever said I was going to retire in Thailand. I said I was going to retire in Southeast Asia. Now, that could be three main countries. That could be Thailand, Cambodia, or Vietnam. And the good thing is, all those, I wouldn't even, maybe Laos might be worth a visit, but I don't know that country so well. Only been there once, but I know the other countries well. And so I didn't necessarily say Thailand. Paul Hoskin, nice to hear from you. I remember the first time my bollocks dropped. I had to bend down and pick them up. Oh my God, what, in a wheelbarrow? Bangkok Universe. When do you plan to return to Southeast Asia? Next year on a one-way ticket. David Coleman, send them all to Blackpool. I think he'd rather like that. Yeah, McLaren is saying send them all to Toronto. Okay. Martin Ryder, Gambia is relatively expensive, predominantly Muslim, corrupt, full of disabled beggars in wheelchairs that sit inside the hotels all day, hassle on beaches, and the girls probably have HIV. Right, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. Not just for that reason, because Lisa Dale goes there as well. No, I'm not going there. I've seen pictures of Gambian girls in bikinis and they look nice, but no, that's sold it to me. I'm not going. Okay. Couple more comments and we'll start talking about a few things. So, what do you think about Trump? What do you think? Well, what do you think about this fiasco? I mean, I'm not an American, so I wouldn't like to get involved in American. I mean, maybe some people are really patriotic about Trump, supportive of it. I should supportive of Trump. I should say, but what do you think? Well, it looks a bit bizarre to me. Richie Rich, did you get the bank account sorted? Did they get back to you? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I reckon it was that bloody plank that phoned me up and that I didn't trust. I think he took offence that I didn't trust him on the phone. You shouldn't trust anyone on the phone. And I think that was. I think he took offence at that, and for spite, he deliberately didn't get back to me. They still haven't got back to me. Lousy service. Yogi Bear, the videos have got a dinghy last year's crossing the sea is like a mill pool, and it tells them what they. The videos have got a dinghy last year's crossing the sea like a mill pool, and it tells them what they get when they're here. Then showing girls out in town centres, showing the best bits. Oh, the dirty bastards. The dirty bloody perverts. They're showing the asylum seekers pictures of scantily clad young girls in Britain's town centres, the bastards. What are they like? What are they like? What are they like? David Coleman, don't start on the fake. I've already deported. Oh my God, that's disgusting. That. Then showing the girls out in town centres, showing the best bits. What videos are these? Which videos are they? Let's have a look at. Okay. Telecom. A girl told me her vagina was her treasure, and it was. Oh my God. All right. I was married. When I was married, I called my wife treasure because people used to always ask me where I dug it up from. Okay. Yeah, smooth operator. I do fancy giving India a go at some point. I've heard there has its entertainment. Well, I mean, it's not exactly a rocket to the moon, is it? No, just kidding. That was just a sick joke. I do India. I went to India for a month, and every country has a word for it, an appropriate word. And the word for India is colourful. It's a very, very colourful country, and cultural, of course, cultural and colourful. And I spent a month there. The first couple of weeks was colourful and interesting, but then after that, it got very, very. I got a bit of the old Delhi belly. You know what I mean? Delhi belly after, it's not unusual there, but give it a go. Everyone should go to India at least once. Everyone should go there. Well worth it. I wouldn't entirely rule out. I come back a little bit negative, thinking that didn't go right, but I wouldn't entirely rule India out. Wouldn't really. I like Indians. Whenever I meet Indians in, places like Pattaya, whatever, they're always friendly people. I like them. They're good fun. Smooth operator. Is Cambodia a bit ropey, having to be constantly on your guard? Well, after my last experience being followed back to the hotel by a bloody lady boy, and there was no security in the hotel, and also I intercepted some little twat on a motorbike, some young lad who was trying to snatch my bag. I made eye contact. I know where you are, matey. Yeah, you do have to be a little bit more careful. Watch your possessions when you're walking around. If you've got nothing worth stealing, then you're quite safe. But watch your possessions when you're walking around. Make sure that you carry them safe. And if anyone's going past you on a bike, motorbike, be careful because they might just snatch your bag or your wallet or whatever. But as for real serious danger, now there's other places that are far more dangerous than that one. Cambodian people are great there, generally. Stephen Pataya. Stephen Pataya. Eddie, will you visit Mexico or Colombia? I've been to both. I've been to both of those places. And I don't think I'll be going there again, funnily enough. I don't think I think really I'll be my time abroad in future will be going out to Southeast Asia next year and staying there. I think that's the only places that I'm going to be going. Ian Barton is here. Nice to hear from you. Ian Barton, hi all. Looking well, Ed, thank you. Is it good investment to buy US dollars with pounds when visiting Vietnam? Or is it better value to buy them before arriving there? What have I used? So in Vietnam, I've used my ATM card, but also I had a dollar card. I used to have a card. I can't remember. It was one of those cash passport things where I, used British pounds to buy dollars, so I could withdraw dollars from the ATM. I used it in Cambodia a lot, but that was a few years ago now. I'm not really up to date on that, so perhaps someone could help you with that one. But nice to hear from you, Ian. Anyway. Yours travels doesn't fancy Gambia. Okay, fair enough. After what Martin just told us, I don't think I'll be going there either. Yeah, let's see. Ernest Connell, greatest mugshot of all time. Are you talking about Trump? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. Paul Hoskin, Trump's never been to Pattaya. Have you seen the women that he's had? I bet you he shags some gorgeous. Well, look at the woman he's married to. Wow. He's got excellent taste in women. Good for him. Good for him. If I had billions, I would as well. I wouldn't say no. Mr. is here. Mr. If Brits did not get mRNA vaccines, why have the excess death rates skyrocketed? There are a lot of excess deaths. We don't want to go into that just yet, but nice to hear from you, mate. Bobby Crush, the videos of the young girls they're shown to illegal immigrants are in Liverpool city centre. Well, I cover the city of Liverpool, and I don't know what the girls are like there now, but when I was Liverpool girls, have always Liverpool's always had some bloody good-looking girls, and they used to always be well dressed and they look after themselves. And if they're anything like that nowadays as they used to be, then But I still say the videos they're showing immigrants, migrants, will call them what you will, of young girls. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Shower of bastards they are. Shower of bastards. Paul Hoskin. They showed them pictures of Lisa Dale. That's an idea, isn't it? That's an idea. That's an idea. That's an idea. Why don't we all get together and hire an aeroplane? Okay. Let's all get together and hire an aeroplane. Okay. And out of the aeroplane, we'll fly over the beaches of Calais and drop big, thousands of photographs of Lisa Dale on the beaches of Calais with the slogan, "Come to Britain, guys. This is what's waiting for you." That'd stop the bastards. That'd turn the bastards back. It would. That's what we should do. That's I think that's a good idea. What do you reckon? Telecom, his mugshot will become more popular than those on 1, 5, 20, 50, and $100 bills. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't. I wonder will it be one of those best-selling posters? Remember, like Farrah Fawcett and Charlie's Angels and the Star Wars posters. I wonder will posters of Trump's mugshot. Okay, Bobby Crush. Well done to India for landing a Meccano toy on the moon. Now all you need to do is give 500 million. Okay, okay. I like Indians. Seamus Doherty. India was my first Asian country, and it was amazing. Okay. Who else has been to India? Gabriel Traveller has been. Gabriel Traveller has filmed India, and he's filmed some really, really slum areas of India. And I know that Harold Balder and Baldwin Bankrupt famously did some great videos of India. And Cheap Charlie went to India and done live streams, but I don't think the internet was very good there. You know, I went to India a good few years before I was on YouTube, so I never really made any. I've got photos of it, but not much else. Yeah, Martin Ryder. India just sent a probe to the moon. Meanwhile, the UK government has given them 57 million in aid, while most of the population live in poverty. Well, I heard it was. Well, I heard it was well more than that. Is that right? Maybe it was. Maybe it was 74 million for the flight, and we giving them 57 million. I heard it was more than that. But anyway, I know, terrible, bloody awful, scandalous. Paul Laskin, I think. Okay, fair enough, Paul. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll put that on the screen again. If India can land on the moon, why is the UK giving them money every year? Some backhanders, mate. Robert Muir, I'm retired in Colombia from Scotland. Been here off and 37 years permanently. I love it. Oh, good for you, mate. Good. It sounds like a success story. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Mark Harmon, thank you for that super chat, mate. Best bank to join, I found, is Lloyd. They still have the desk with someone to talk to. Not like Barclays or NatWest that make you use machines. Okay, thank you for that. You know, they still haven't got back to me. But anyway, thanks for that super chat, mate. Cheers. Cheers. Ricardo, Eddie, have you considered visiting Nepal? I have considered it, but a few years ago. But then they had that earthquake, didn't they? And the plans went out the window. I went in June and it was fantastic. People are warm and the food is excellent. Off to Bangkok in early September. I know it's rainy season, but I just need a break. Okay, off to Bangkok now. I know, but just for you, good for you, mate. It sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. Yours travels, watching a few Colombian vlogs, and the women look a little too thick for me. Looks a little dangerous compared to Thailand, where I feel safer than the UK. I mean, Colombia has some beautiful women. It also has some not so beautiful women. A country in South America where I thought all the freelancers, the women waiting around street car. I mean, God, they all look bloody. Well, they all look like Lisa Dale. Jesus Christ, they need to visit the Weight Watchers. They were big women they were. Look like something out of one of those bad old coot pictures, posters, paintings. Yogi Bear, they're found on TikTok and I've been on the news today and showing vids. The guys in the boat all in t-shirts, sunning themselves, coming here. Another has put his 4-star room on you. Cheeky bastards. Cheeky bastards. Bobby Crush, don't forget that many of these young English women take a knee, shout refugees welcome in and call the natives racist at the drop of their hat. It should. All right, okay. I'm not going to comment on that. Stupid, silly cows. Yeah. You know, but I think the parents need a word with them. Paul Oskin, the banks don't want you in the branches. They try to discuss it. I know you're a customer. You know, but don't waste our bloody time. I know. Yeah, I know. Ian Brown, we send millions to France to help us stop the invasion, yet it simply falls into the pockets of the dodgy bastards who do nothing. Very, 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 very succinctly put. Absolutely. Spot on, mate. Bobby Crush, I would need to know the politics of these women before I could defend them. If they wanted them here, it's quite right they're the ones who pay a heavy price. Yeah, okay. In order for them to hold signs up, saying refugees welcome, they should be made to put underneath that sign, and you can come and live next door to me. Okay. Let's see. Chris B. Okay, I'm not telling them where. I believe we've been most of the same places, and I can't think of anywhere easier than Thailand. But we'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Well, Cambodia's a good little country. I mean, I like Siam Reap, and I did like. I've only been visited Kampot once. That was last December time or January, into the new year. And I did think Kampot was a good little town. And I have to say about Kampot, and I really, really mean this, I met a lot of expats, British people, some guys who recognise me from YouTube in Kampot, and they were very, very, very positive about the place. They seemed to think that was a place that was on the way up, and they really, really liked it there. So yeah, okay, yeah. Cambodia's still a good little country. Wolves View, rocket launchers will do the job. We all get trained up and save our country on using rocket launchers. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let's see. The Cloniff one. We will fight them before they get to the beaches. Okay. Yeah, Teleco, man, Doc, all morning I've been singing Tom Jones songs. What's wrong with me? The doctor replies, that sounds like Tom Jones syndrome to me. Man is a common. Doc says, it's not unusual. Okay, spot on. We like Tom Jones. We like Tom Jones, okay? I like Tom Jones. Tom Jones is cool. It's not unusual. One of the first songs that I ever remember being on the radio when I was a kid. It's not unusual. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, that sounds more like Louis Armstrong than Tom Jones. Yeah, Bobby Christie should stop the Indians going to the moon. NASA knows it. Not going to put that on there. Not going to put that on there. Yeah, Telecom, they can have the South Pole. Okay, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Freddie Mays, they already have shirts with the mugshot and the slogan, never surrender, after he surrendered. Okay. Okay, no, come on, yeah. Oh, okay, I can't comment on these. Telecom. Trump also tweeted last night on Twitter, aka Twitter. Did he loves Twitter? He was banned, wasn't he? Once, or is he back? Or I just can't get into Twitter. I've tried to like that platform, and I just can't get into it. I just can't get into that. Okay, Stephen Tutty, good evening, folks. Roberto Verse the World does great videos in Colombia. Never heard of him. Yeah, Telecom, Muscamelon destroyed it. Okay, okay. So anyway, Martin Ryder, Campot's the place, Eddie, to retire. Campot's a really, really good place. I mean, there's somebody who I met there. He's a subscriber, and I didn't get around. He invited me to see his little rental villa, but it looks lovely with a swimming pool and all of that. And I know some of those cafes are really, really great value. The town centre. My problem with Campos, I was staying a little bit out of town, really. But Campos, there's a lot going. I thought the town centre could do it, tidying up a bit. It was a bit scruffy, a bit rubbish, rubbish strewn and all of this. But there's a lot of good things about Camper, and I will visit that place again. Definitely, definitely. Okay. Let's see. Bobby Crush. There are foreign gangs roaming around Liverpool city centre late at night looking for drunk girls. On London Road, they have spotters on the street where they get them to go upstairs into it. Do something about that. That's bloody disgusting, dirty bastards, perverts, disgusting. Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, you want you want your children to be safe when they go out for a night out. That's disgusting. Ricardo, my friend's got. Ricardo, my friend is going on holiday to India soon. He rang his bank to ask what the weather was like at the moment. Okay. Bobby Crush. The police know and do nothing. It's like one big Rotterdam. Now you're talking. You said the word police. Yeah. Police. Yeah, probably they need reforming. They need reforming, definitely. We spoke about that before. Smooth operator. If you did retire abroad, would you be looking to have a regular girlfriend to keep the cost down, or will you still play the field? Keep the costs down. Excuse me, a regular girlfriend, the costs go up. They don't go down, they go up. Regular girlfriends, yeah. Regular girlfriends have families. They have sick buffaloes. They have mum and dad and aunties, all who need feeding, The costs don't go down with a regular girlfriend, mate. Telecom, I love Tom Jones. He's still around now. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Wonderful. Tom Jones' greatest hits, wonderful. And some of the later songs he done was good. That's a great. What's new, pussy? One of the most charismatic and most distinctive voices ever. Wonderful. McLaren, Tom Jones. Oh, I'm not in his league. Yours tells Eddie, Cambodia is not a place to retire. The water is full of parasites. The place is filthy. The food looks awful in vlogs. It's okay to get away from Thailand for the short term. I like Cambodia. I do know Cambodia. It's the hygiene is not good, but it's not that good in Thailand either. In some places, as for the food, I've had some nice food. I know some good restaurants in Cambodia. So I've had in Phnom Penh, in Phnom Penh, 172 Street, and a couple of those places on Riverside. Bloody good stuff. I mean, I like Cambodia, and I feel quite comfortable there. Whether I can retire there, we'll see. We'll see. Telecom. Tom Jones still has the pipes. Still has the pipe. He certainly does. Who's there? Stephen Tutty. Eddie, which vloggers do you admire? I admire the ones who work hard and who have a realistic attitude to YouTube, because YouTube's a difficult nut to crack. And it takes a lot of hard work to really build your channel up big, unless you've got something really special about you. Yeah, you've got to work damn hard. So there's a lot of them, too many to mention. Telecom. Now the kids use Threads. What is Threads? Never heard of that one before. Yeah, Chris B. I've also been to Campot, admittedly a while back, but a quite small town, famous for its chab crowd, an old French casino up in the hills. Famous crowd. It's famous for its Campot pepper, isn't it? An old French casino up in the hills. Well, neither of those. I wouldn't move there for either of those reasons. I like Siam Reap, but Campot is actually closer, more central. Campot is only a few hours away from Phnom Penh, and it's quite a good location. And Campot's a good place. It's a good place. Good place. Good bars there as well. There's a couple of bars that was there, and I've got a couple of videos on the other channel. Where they have live jazz band and all that. I liked it. Really liked it. ATA. I hope you will. They're trying to do that. Okay. I'm glad you mentioned that. I hope you will. They're trying to do that Spanish guy for giving the Spanish footy girl a bit of a kiss and hug. when they handed out the winners' medals. What a load of bollocks. Okay, AJ, thank you for that, AJ. Thank you for that, because we're going to talk about that in a minute, okay? In a minute. Let me get it. Okay, I'm back. And let me just tell you that Co-op Diet Ginger Ale is the best, because I've tried the Morrison's and the Asda version, and theirs are just not up to it. And, it may seem like a nerdiest thing to do, but whenever I pass the Co-op, whenever I go out, I always, get, maybe four or five bottles of it to stock up on it, because I don't want to run out. I mean, it is my preferred drink of a night time. Lovely. They've got it just about right. Whereas Asda and Morrison's, theirs just isn't up to standard. So I just thought I'd say that. Anyway, where are we? They're trying, AGA, they're trying to do that Spanish guy in for giving the Spanish footy girl a bit of a kiss and hug when they handed out the winners' medals. What a load of bollocks. Okay, now this is football. Now, for those who don't know what this is about, excuse me, headline. It was headline news today, even before Trump and all that. There was headline news today, and this is what it's all about. Okay, there you go. This bald. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with bald people. I'm not bald. There's nothing wrong with bald people. Bald people are cool. I like bald people. But anyway. This guy, apparently, he's the president of the FA of Spain. Spain won the Women's World Cup. Good for them. And he was giving out the medals. And with this girl, this player, he gave her a kiss on the lips. And he said it was consenting. She said it wasn't consenting. She said it wasn't. So what do you think about this? I mean, do you think this is really, really, really? Let's see. Yeah. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I mean, the thing is, the president in this monumental event, they're all excited. And this girl comes out to collect her medal, and the president of the FA gives her a big kiss. Apparently, kissed her on the lips, but apparently it was without her consent. Now, I don't know whether she's triggered this off, but anyway, it's become hugely controversial. They reckon he should be bloody put before a firing squad, and they reckon he should be stripped of his of all his his title, and all. He should be branded, like Chuck Connors. Anyone ever remember Chuck Connors in that series, Branded, where he gets his bloody sword snapped? That was some flimsy sword. And he gets his badges and his medals taken off. What do you do when you're branded, when you know you're a man? Remember that one? Yeah? No? Okay, please yourself. But anyway, yeah, Bobby Crush says, kissing in Spain is very normal. I've seen Spanish men kiss their male friends on the lips when they say hello. I've seen this in some countries. Maradona in Argentina, he used to kiss his players when he came up. It is kind of normal. I mean, but we're going to be becoming too wokey. I mean, kisses her, but she says it was without consent. And is it a storm in a teacup? What do you reckon? Yeah. Telecom, Elvis said Tom Jones stuffed his sock in his pants. I've heard all kinds of things about Tom Jones. I've heard that he dipped his willy in some kind of liquid which would cause it to inflame and all kinds of things. Paul Hoskin being a dirty bastard again. You're so smooth. I haven't decided yet, mate. We'll end up full time in Thailand, full time, but I will travel to Cambodia, Vietnam. And okay, good for you, Eric. Good for you. Good for you. So anyway, what do we think of this? Bobby Crush, is saying this piece about Liverpool City Council are the same as Rotherham Council. Well, Liverpool is a lefty city, and if the natives went to sacrifice their daughters to the altar of diversity, let them get on with it. I mean, lefty. I mean, in my day, lefty meant working class. I mean, now lefty means wokey, namby-pamby, and all this kind of stuff, doesn't it? It's totally different meaning. Stephen Totti, they want to throw that Spanish football president under the bus for that kiss. It has become a political weapon to give the feminist movement more power. It's funny that we're talking about Tom Jones tonight. Yeah, kiss. Yeah, it's funny we're talking about that tonight, isn't it? Telecom, you need to put your kook in a treasure. Sounds bloody good, mate. That sounds like a great that sounds like a great chat up line. Hey, honey, can I put my kook in your treasure? Anyway, Paul Hoskin. Yeah, John Kay. I agree the cost doesn't go down with the girl. We have a regular. Oh yeah, John Kay is saying Erica, I agree the cost doesn't go down with the girl, but you have a regular lady who looks after you and you give her an amount you can afford every month while golfing and retired every now and again. Okay. A regular girlfriend does cost you a little money, but does save you a fortune in the long run. Just don't date a bar girl. Okay. Telecom pipes equals vocals. Absolutely. Put smooth operator. Okay. Rusty Lid is here from the I picked up a couple of ladies at 2 a.m. in Tree Town. I must be one of those dirty bars. Well, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I mean, that's the right way to be a dirty bastard. Okay. Let me see. Bobby Crush. I could understand the Spanish women footballer complaining she'd been kissed by Peter Beardsley, but that fella was just excited and Spanish. I know this is what we did. I mean, you tend to find other cultures, like those Mediterranean cultures, very, very touchy feely. They're very, very touchy feely. I mean, they like hugging and kissing, but in this day and age, it should be consensual. They should have someone's permission. I mean, you don't just go and kiss a girl on the lips and I mean, hugging's one thing, and but I mean, maybe she's right to complain. Maybe it was her who triggered this. Maybe she's right to say it wasn't consensual, and maybe she just maybe it was out of order. People are saying that that he was far more out of order. But you do tend to find with those countries they're very, very touchy feely, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be really. He was. I mean, I don't think whether he was doing anything really, really wrong or criminal. I think he was just being a bit of a dickhead, to be honest with you. Rocky Road, he kissed them all on the cheek apart from the one on the. Really, Rocky Road, he kissed them all on the cheek apart from one on the lips. Well, he kissed them all on the cheek. Now, I mean, the thing is, I've seen some of these, people in some of these cultures I mean, some people just stop in the street and instead of saying hello, they kiss each other on the cheek, and it's a strange culture. So some of these people have, although it seems strange to us. But he kissed her on the one on the cheek, apart from one on the lips. Well, they should outlaw all of that. I mean, kiss. I mean, what's that all about? Mate, I tell you what, if this serves any purpose, this outrage, maybe it will stop them from doing that. Maybe it'll stop that kind of culture, that touchy-feely. I don't like that touchy-feely culture. I'll tell you what, one thing that I don't like is you get people who always like to shake your hand. Some people are obsessive bloody handshakers, aren't they? You meet someone, shake your hand. Oh, to hell with the handshake, I don't want to shake your hand. I don't know where your hand has been. You might have run out of bloody bog roll for all I know. I don't want to shake your hand. And you get some people who are just downright annoying when it comes to handshake. Some people, you chat to some people, and whenever you say something you agree with, they want to shake your hand. Stop the bloody handshake, will you? It's all this kissing and hugging. Sometimes it can get on your nerves. Maybe this will serve a purpose, this outrage. It will make people stop and think, stop bloody doing it. Some people find it annoying. Bobby Crush, there's no harm in kissing a lady footballer on both cheeks. I did it myself. She was bending over tying her shoelaces at the time. You're dirty. Yeah, Ben Fern K from Florida. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Yogi Bear, the player, has made a complaint. Well, they've just won the World Cup and they're getting the medals. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough to win the medals? I mean, this is mad. This is mad. That maybe it's mad because she wasn't consensual. The player has made it. She's got a right to complain. She's got a right to complain. Yeah. I think maybe he was being a little bit. I mean, he's kissed it on the lips, and maybe she's. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Ernest Connell, did he get a bit of a grab? Martin Ryder, she looked ill over it. No, I don't think she did. If she's made a complaint, that's up to her, isn't it? I think he was just being a bit of a prick, to be honest with you. He was being stupid. Yeah, get rid of him. Get rid of him. I just think he's a bit of a. Martin Ryder apparently was. Oh God, almighty. Stephen Tutty totally exaggerates. He's being made a scapegoat. Okay. There's Ben Fern K. Spanish people are very affectionate and passionate. Oh, whatever. Let's see. Cap over my bit of Joe Biden going on there. David Coleman, women shouldn't be playing soccer. I don't think you're the real David Coleman, because the real David Coleman wouldn't make a sexist comment like that. Bobby Crush, the Spanish fella said he kissed her because he misheard something. When someone said she was a substitute, very good, very good. Yeah, Telecom, Chuck Connors branded. I watched it. John Carradine was on it too. I always remember that. It was always on. It seems to be on during the summer holidays, the school holidays, and it was on at the morning time. What do you do when you're branded? When you know you're a man? I remember it well. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Ben Fernke. Okay. Smooth operator. Don't know what the fuss is all about. I've seen the majority of Indians hold hands with their friends in Pattaya. Yeah, as long as it's consensual. Wayne Vosper, nice to hear from you, Wayne. Nice to hear from. Martin Ryder, she was later showered and sent to his office for further congratulations. Okay. Telecom, did he use any tongue? Oh, maybe he might have done. Either way, he was kissing it inappropriate without a consent. And the thing is, in this day and age, if you do that, and it brings me to this day and age. I mean, I think it's good in a way that this sort of thing is being brought up. I'm not saying that that it's a major issue. There's far more important things going on in the world, but it's in the. I mean, have you ever worked in a workplace like a restaurant or an office or whatever? And in the olden days, going back 30 years, I've worked in offices, I've worked in restaurants and hotels and all kinds of stuff. And the amount of sexist behavior that goes on, I kind of wonder, does it still go on that in this day and age? I mean, you get a restaurant with lots of male chefs and you got a female chef. And the amount of abuse that she gets, the amount of sexual comments and groping, it used to go on years ago. I don't know if it still goes on, but really nowadays, girls accepted it was part and parcel of being in a male environment in them days. I mean, whether it goes on in this day and age, I don't know. But I must admit, I've seen examples of sexist behavior many, many years ago. And I've been thinking, Jesus, I'm surprised she didn't do something about that. Nowadays, she probably would have done something about it. Probably plenty of that, legal, get the lawyers, make plenty of bucks out of it and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, as for this incident being brought to public light, I don't think it should be headline news. I really, really don't. But if she's made a complaint about it, she's got every right to do that. And as for him, he's behaving like a dickhead. He should know better. He's in a responsible situation, and he should be booted out of that responsible situation immediately. That's my view. Let's see. Wolves' view. Too much woke has dried the yolk right out. Okay. Now, we're not finished with this. Martin Ryder, it was the other way around. Would a geezer complain? I don't think a geezer would have complained. I think it would have been more of a case of, Well, Maradona used to kiss his players, didn't he? Maradona. I mean, somebody said to Maradona in a press conference, "You kiss all your players as they come off the pitch." Is that what you like? Maradona, look, I like girls. I mean, they just kiss each other. This is what some cultures do. I mean, maybe it's not really for us to tell other cultures what to do. But all I'm saying is that if she wants to complain about it, and this is triggered off by her complaining about it, then she's got every right to do that. Barry from EastEnders. Hello, chaps. Ed, you look a bit like that Spanish bloke. I'm not that bald just yet. I'm not saying there's anything wrong about you. Yeah. Cap over, Mike. Let's talk about Joe Biden. He's asleep, isn't he? I don't think there's anything to say about him. Yours travels. The Spanish women's team have an ongoing issue with the men in the Spanish FA and the manager. 13 of them walked out last year and have not returned. Okay, fair comment. Bernard Purcell, did he drop their hands? Okay. McLaren F1, men in football kiss each other. What's the problem? Well, yeah, but the thing is, if a men in football kissed each other, celebrating, hugged and kissed each other, a man's not going to complain. About another man, is he? He's more likely to bloody wallop him. So I mean, I think that's different. That guy, that bald-headed guy, he shouldn't have done what he did. Telecom. Don't the Italian mafia kiss each other? I'm not going to criticize them, am I? Who am I to criticize them? Not my hand. Okay. Ernest Connell waving as the future. Yeah, wave at them. Citizen Mikey. Oh, we can't say that, really. Yeah, okay. Billy Bob, he was in Australia, not Spain. He was being so too forced. There was a video. Really, I haven't seen that. He was in Australia, not Spain. He was being too forced. There's a video grabbing his crotch. He was over to much of this. It was a bit of it grabbing. Oh well, get rid of him. He's a bloody get rid of the bastard. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Yours travels. I'm a fist bump type of guy. Okay, that's cool. John Mitch. These days one uses the fist bump, not handshake. Okay, that's better. That's better. I don't like the handshake. All these bloody people who have to shake you. The bollocks to the handshake. I don't want to shake your hand. I don't want to shake your hand. Fist bumps all right. Telecom, yes, he's really. Oh, this will all come out. This will all come out. Bobby Cross, the Spanish kissing fellow has made a right boob. He's probably grabbed the left one as well. Okay, okay. We might just do a little teensy-weensy bit of a phone in. Okay. We'll do a little bit of a, let's get that off the screen, okay? Yeah, if anyone wants to phone in, remember, that's not a scam phone call. It's just an ordinary pay-as-you-go phone call. If you want to phone in and say, whatever you want to say, then, as long as it isn't litigious or whatever the bloody word is, you know what I mean? Let's see, Wolves View, Spain allows prostitution. It's legal there. He probably just got too excited about it. People always kissed each other on the lips. And I don't think, I mean, it's regrettable. I don't think there's any excuse for what he did. I think he's a knobhead. He shouldn't have done that. Telecom. I have the 1966 bat phone on my shelf. That sounds like a real collector's item. I've seen your picture of that. That sounds fantastic. Daniel Kelly. Who gives a toss? It's only a damn kiss. Yeah, it's nice to hear from you, Daniel, but only a damn kiss. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't touch people. I mean, you shouldn't touch people without the consent. Mister says, Infectamin demand up again, not to substitute horse paste. FDA of bribes of Pfizer said don't have right to prescribe liver. So, okay, it's a bit medical, that one for us anyway, a bit medical. Ben Fern K. I agree, he didn't have to kiss anyone he doesn't know. John Mitch, she should have given him a slap. Yeah. But I think he took her by surprise. Maybe on hindsight, she probably should have done that. Stephen Tutty, when you greet a bishop, you should kiss their. I'm not kissing anyone's ring, mate, and bow. The Spanish guy should have just hugged her. The Spanish guy should have just hugged her. In Spain, they want to prosecute him for sexual advances. Sexual violence. Oh God Almighty! I hope he do it. I hope he do it. No, simply because he's an idiot. And when you're in that responsible a job, you should behave responsible. And he wasn't. McLaren, litigious. Yeah, okay, I've heard that. Yeah, okay. Harry Holt, evening, Ed. Glad you have got on to watch the debate. Hope you're good as well as other members. Okay. Oh, you've got someone interested now. Ricardo, ask yourself this: if he kissed a male player on the lips, would it be acceptable? I think he quite well. It didn't Maradona. Maradona used to do something like that, and it was acceptable. But that was Argentina, it wasn't Spain. Yeah, Telegram, I allow it. Harry Holt went way too far, was the chap. He was clearly out of his mind. Barry, for me, standards, it's weird. I know English people are generally a bit prudish, but he gives off creepy. Yeah, I think he's a creep as well. I think he is. Bobby Crush would kiss Kenny Dalglish on the lips. He's obviously a Liverpool fan. Okay, good for you, mate. Martin Ryder. Most Spanishmen go to brothels on a night out. It's socially acceptable, part of everyday life. A Spanish man, I didn't know they were like that. I didn't really know. It's just the acceptable part of every life. I remember the scene from Rise and Damp with Leonard Rossiter playing Rigsby, and one of the most wonderful comic characters in British comedy. And Rigsby had just come back from his holiday to Spain, and what was his name? Richard Beckinsale and the other fellow were there waiting for him to greet him from holiday. And I think Richard Beckinsale said to him, it said to him, "What was the food like out there, Rigsby?" And Rigsby says, "Oh, it was hot and greasy," and Beckinsale says, "And what were the people like?" And Rigsby says, "Oh, about the same." Oh, Jesus, that'd probably not be politically correct in this day and age. Yeah, but Telegram says, I'd allow it. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay, okay. Kevo, phone the screen. Yeah, phone number on the screen, Q. You can see Windows sales call. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, I got a super chat. That's really I got a super chat from Telecom. Okay, 125 US dollars. Man, that is so generous of you. Put some quartz in the jukebox and listen to all of Tom Jones' greatest. Okay, I will in honor of you tonight. Welcome to Kiss or Not a Kiss. Have a great weekend. Okay, cheers for that, Mark. That is so kind of it. That really is. That will go towards my retire abroad fund, which is coming up next year, definitely, without question. Mark, you're a gentleman. That is really kind of you, mate. Thanks for that super chat. Okay, so that's really kind of Mark anyway, and that will go on the travel fund, promise you. Okay, Mark says, "Oh, give him V. He deserves it. That bald-headed fella deserves it." Yeah, a smooth operator. Us men don't scream harassment when being grabbed down the soys. Daniel Kelly says, "Don't kiss any ladies in Pattaya." Don't kiss any ladies in Pattaya. Oh, they look. They look. See, the thing is, this is it. I've been in Pattaya and a bank and in Cuba as well, and the women approach you there, and they do things which, if you done that in the West, you'd be in the bloody slammer for it. I mean, some of those girls, they grab you and they grab you in the most private of places, I love it personally. But I must admit, I've been in Pattaya. No, I've been in Thailand, and towards the end of towards the end of my travels, when I'm tired and I just want a quiet drink, and and I've had enough women and all this kind of stuff. I remember going into a bar one night, and when I just had enough of everything, I went in Chiang Mai, and I went into this bar, and there was girls in the bar, and I just wanted a quiet drink. And the next thing I knew, there were two bloody girls sandwiching me and rubbing me up and all that. Oh, girls. Just, oh, sorry, but just go away, man. I'm not in the mood. Not in the mood right now. And I remember I told that story to a guy back home, and he said, "What? You mean two girls came up and rubbed themselves against you, and you told them to go away?" I said, "Yeah, man, but sometimes you just get too much of something." And maybe that girl, he just caught that girl at the wrong moment, and she just, what he did, that guy, was the wrong thing. Was the wrong thing. Bobby Crush. The dignity of Bobby Moore. He knows that the Queen had white gloves on and wiped his hand on the red velvet before he shook her hand. The Spanish fella should have shown more restraint. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that final. We'll leave that as the final comment. The Spanish fella should have shown more restraint. Okay, we'll leave it at that because that is bang on, bang on. Okay, so anyway, where we go? Okay, well, once again, Mark, thank you, mate. I really, really do appreciate that. Next year, definitely. What was the old England football song before the World Cup? Next year, this time more than any other time. But next year, I'm going to be retiring abroad. I'm going to be retiring abroad. I'm going to be retiring abroad. I've made up my mind. I've been checking things out this week, and it's going to happen. It may even happen at the beginning of next year, which isn't that far away. But I think more likely the middle of next year. Definitely. Thanks again, Mark. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Rocky Road. You should see the pic of the one he did kiss on the lips. Playing number 11. He had to hold her hand with both hands. Okay. Let me see. Barry from EastEnders, Telecom, what a nice bloke. He is. Mark's a real gentleman. He's a really, really good guy. Okay, so boss, I'm late to the party. Have we talked about the greatest mugshot ever yet? I haven't seen it yet because I was doing other things this evening. I haven't. If the mugshot has actually appeared, I haven't actually seen it yet. I haven't actually seen it. But anyway, yeah, bang, let's see. Yours Travels, that's why I hate to stumble in Bangkok forever being pestered. We had this conversation the other night. There's a road and big dogs stumble in. Whenever I'm in that facility, I'm sometimes going. By the way, before I forget, that strip of main bars on Soi 4 in Bangkok. You know the ones where that. And I'm not saying this is the stumble in. I'm not saying. In fact, it's not that one. It's another one. But when you order food there, the food's expensive, but they don't get it they don't cook it. They get it from an outside, street food. It's not impressed with that. If you want food, a good meal and Soi 4 and across the road, Fitzgerald's or Fitzpatrick's. It's called something like that. That's the one to go to. Wonder at 299. The horse will let you kiss him, but what the hell do you expect? Tom Waite. He was good for Tom Waite, wasn't he? Telecom. Go for it, Eddie. Okay, thank you, Mark. Oh, I am. I've made my mind up. My mind's made up. I'm going to be retiring next year. Okay. What is happening here? What is happening here? Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Ernest Connell says he's retiring the second half of next year. Okay. So anyway. Before I go, squeaky door time coming up. But next we're going to talk about. To finish off, we're going to talk about this. Hi ho, it's off to Woke we go. See you in a minute. Yo! Okay, okay, where are we now? Okay, so this this is not a wacky horror movie that's being made. Okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Let's see. Yogi Bear says Ed is a mugshot of Trump and one of the guys from New York. How'd you get over your Facebook? Oh, she messaged me back. Says, "Oh, don't you really want to help me because I'm starving and nobody loves me and all this." Let's see. Return abroad is just a more interesting and stimulating way to spend your remaining years. I don't want to spend me remaining years in a care home in England. No thanks. Let's see. Yeah, Ernest Connell says it's the new Monty Python. It does look like a Monty Python. It looks like a bloody curious Monty Python. Yeah, so about Snow White and the Seven Sex Offenders. But you want sexy time with my sister? Okay. Yeah, Citizen Mikey, Cinderella meets the Dengue Man. It's actually Snow White. It's not Cinderella. Oh, we haven't had. Have we had the woke version of Cinderella yet? I wonder what that'll be like. Seaside Freddy, while retired, you need an activity, something to do other than the usual activities in Pattaya. The latter gets old. Don't want to join the Pattaya Flying Club. It'd be better than, fading away in a bloody care home in Britain. I know that much. Wanderer, that's some muff here for Eddie. Okay. Yeah. Bobby Crush, a great title for a movie, Snow Brown and the Seven Normal-Eyed People of Various Colours and Genders. Yeah, that's a good, yes, good title there, Bobby. I'll drink to that. Oh, I don't know. We can, it's the easiest thing in the world to say is ridiculous. Snow White is not really that white. And I suppose even the phrase Snow White is bloody not woke in this day and age, is it? And as for the dwarfs, they're not really that dwarfy. They're not really that dwarfy. I mean, they look like a. Oh my God Almighty! You wouldn't want them minding your kids, would you? Oh my God, they look like a right bunch of weirdos. Billy Bob, change the subject. Has anyone stopped? Okay, maybe some of the time. Yeah, rusty lid, all good. Then along comes a rabbit with big pointy teeth. Oh, don't say that rabbits have big pointy teeth. That won't be politically correct in future. Citizen Mikey, is it Dover? Okay. Yeah, but that says, where's Matthew Cartwright and Gemini Star? Okay, well, they'll be back. They'll be back. Nice, sorely missed. They will be back. Yeah, Eastern man, Snow White with 7 kids, all with different surnames. See it every day in the social security offices in the UK. Ah, no, that's good. That's good. I like that. I like that. Yeah, she's going down to the benefits office, and these are all their kids. Yeah, absolutely nice, nicely put. Nice to hear from you, Eastern man. Is it just getting? I mean, the thing is, it's the easiest thing in the world to say. Oh, this is just getting ridiculous. This is an ethnic minority, Snow White, and dwarfs who are not really that dwarfy, and the different, politically correct as ticks are all about. But were we to say this, at the end of the day, this is a Disney movie apparently, and this is. Some people say it's an insult to the original because Disney movies were wonderful, and some people, you don't mess with the classics. But at the end of the day, it's a free world, freedom of speech. Anyone who says that this shouldn't be allowed is going against freedom of speech. With freedom of speech, we can laugh at the end of the day. We don't have to see it. At the end of the day, this is publicized about what it is. It's wokey, Snow White. I mean, you always have the choice of saying, my kids are not going to see that. Yeah, you know, you always have that choice, don't you? But right, they should all be in shell suits. Okay, fair enough. If I get this phone on, anyway, if I get this phone on, they should all be in shell suits. Okay, let's see. If I get this phone on, okay, I'll put that down there. Yogi Bear, Ed, 712, but one's a woman. You seven dwarfs, but one's a woman. One's a well, that's okay. That's okay. We've got somebody on the phone here. Somebody's phoning up. Season's greetings.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay. Yes.
I have you know that I kiss my sister 14 times a day.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with kissing.
It is if it's your sister, because that's called incest, isn't it? That's called incest. I mean, that's a bit, you know, that's a bit of a taboo subject. That is. That's even the. If it's, yeah. Bobby Crush says, "What is it?" Toby's. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, Bobby Crush. Yeah. So, what do you think? Those guys are like something black. Oh, I'm not going to put that on the screen. Citizen Mikey, they got a black woman to play Amber. So what do you think of the new Snow White and what do you think of the new Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake? What do you reckon of it, Barat?
I'm not very impressed.
You're not impressed with it?
Snow White looks as though she's got big balls.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe she lady boy.
Yeah, okay. Maybe she is a lady boy. I mean, funny enough, that picture, they look like somebody from the rural Kazakhstan or somewhere like that. You know, you're probably used to seeing people like that. Okay. But do you think that there's? I know it's all getting a bit out of hand. Some of these mentioned, you know, fat bottom girls, Queen. It's all getting a bit ridiculous now. But at the end of the day, you know, it's still freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is paramount. I mean, you can't want freedom of speech and then say that people don't have the right to make a movie like this. You know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't go and see it.
In my country, freedom of speech is paramount.
Yes.
Because we say what we see.
Yeah. Okay. Bobby Crush, the big father. Okay. Whatever. I'm not going to put that on the screen, Bobby. Devil wears your butter, Everton. Okay. Yeah. Eastern Man says at the end of the day, the taxpayer shouldn't be subsidizing woke shite in the name of culture. As long as it, but this is not the taxpayer, is it, Eastern Man? This is a Walt Disney movie, and Disney, like football, is a business. So if it makes money for the business, then that's all right, as long as it isn't funded by the taxpayer. So, I mean, what would you think of that Snow White anyway? What would you think of her, Barat?
Well, she looks a little bit like my sister. By the way, what have you got against Boldy?
But
my sister very bold.
My
sister very bold.
Do you mean down by a lower regions? You mean they're all bald these days?
I see she has not many hair.
She has not many hairs. Yeah, you know, not many hairs. I'd say she has not many hairs on her private part or on her head.
I do not like to say, because this is YouTube YouTube.
Yeah. Bobby Crush says the new Jack and the Beanstalk is gay, and the audience warns the actors by shouting, "He's behind you!" Like it. Telecom says, yes, I know why he's smiling. Okay. Ernest Carl Barat's mother is jealous. Okay. Yeah, Rusty Liz says Snow White, but she is wearing the Red Riding Hood. I mean, this is the wet way. But yeah, it does look like Red Riding. I mean, go on, let's get to the. Yeah, Telecom says looks like the guy in the yellow outfit is kneeling in front of her. Is kneeling in front of her, right? Okay.
I have a red hood right in front of me right now.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's get down to the nitty gritty about this this Snow White. This Snow White. I mean, would you like to have Rumpy Pumpy with her?
With dwarves or with the Snow White?
Yeah. She looks kind of hot. I think she looks kind of. I don't know the name of the actress. Apparently, she's Latin. I'm not quite sure what country she comes from, but she looks kind of. She looks kind of, sort of sexy. You know what I mean. But those dwarfs, you can only see 1, 2, 3, 4. You only see 5 of them on the screen. They don't look very dwarfy, but they look like a real bunch of shady. They look like something from the bloody Texas Chainsaw Massacre, don't they? They look something really, really bit weird.
Maybe we could employ immigrants to play all the dwarves in plays in Great Britain, or maybe we could employ Filipinos.
Yeah.
Because they are no more than 5 foot, no more than 5 feet high.
Yeah.
And they can't do it any longer.
Oh, you can't do it. Okay. Kiwi. One of the reasons I left the Western world to Southeast Asia is to escape this woke horse crap. Southeast Asian countries are proudly retaining their century of old culture and not being swung. Good for them. Ernest Connell says Snow White big in Colombia. I think he's talking about something else there.
Isn't Thailand getting a bit woke though?
Thailand? In what way? In what way is Thailand getting woke?
Getting a bit more woke now. Because it's the economy is growing and they're getting international more international tourists and all the rest of it, and they have they seem to have a gay parade, gay pride parade like in Pattaya every weekend now.
Well, yeah, but there's no bloody lady boys and all of that. I mean, that's been acceptable for years, hasn't it?
I know, but they've been. I don't know. I think Philippines are more traditional than Thailand now. To be honest, Thailand is getting very much more international and into the Western way of things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, there was the incident, wasn't it? We were talking about, this guy, this bald. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with bald-headed people who kissed that girl against their will. We were didn't an Indian fella get into trouble in Walking Street because he touched a freelancer inappropriately or something, and he ended up getting a whopping big fine for it. You know what I mean?
I didn't hear about
that. I heard about it. It was on the it was on the Pattaya news not so long ago. Telecom. I'd have Rumpy Pumpy 24/7 with it. I would. Well, she looks sexy. She looks kind of sexy. Yeah, she's sexy. Rusty Lid says I've done worse recently. Yeah, Ernest Connell says those guys walk the streets of Pattaya. I mean, what do they look like? They look like a real freaky bunch. I can't imagine them with bloody chainsaws and get out by something out of a. So I tell you what they look like. Those guys, they look like something you'd expect in that movie, The Wicker Man. Do you ever remember that film, The Wicker Man?
I haven't watched that, to be honest.
It's a classic from 1973. It's about weirdos on a remote Scottish island, and it's kind of weird and wonderful.
The weirdest thing I've watched is Clockwork Orange. That is a weird film.
Oh yeah, absolutely classic.
Oh my god, that is up there with weird stuff.
These could be. To be honest with you, this looks more like a bloody modern remake of a Clockwork Orange or something like that. This looks like a Clockwork. This looks like a woke Clockwork Orange for 2023.
What's going on with the dress as well? What's going on with Snow White's dress? I mean, it's sort of like red and the yellow bit. What's the yellow bit?
I don't know what. Well, the yellow obviously is
I
the
can't quite make it out.
the yellow skirt bit, but I think she's got a kind of sexy look about her, hasn't she?
She's got a gown on her.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like a robe over the press.
Yeah. Now Kiwi says, "Go woke, go broke." Disney will change their tune when the cash stops rolling in. Stephen Tutty says they look like Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, okay. Yogi Bear says it's a ladyboy to be totally woke. Okay. Seaside, no racial and social injustice. Okay. Yeah. Which one? Yeah. Telegram says which one is Johnny Depp? Well, he's got to be the one with the pirates hat. Yeah, Johnny Depp would fit in well there. It all looks a bit freaky and Monty Python stuff and Monty Python and stuff. Telegram says she's winking at us. I think she's looking at us in a very, very sexual, provocative sort of way. I mean, what words is she, if she's thinking words right now? What is Snow White thinking there? I'm sure she's thinking, you got any money, honey? I'm sure she's thinking something like that.
Yeah, sponsor it.
Okay. Anyway, Rusty Lid says, like a low budget travel and minstrel show. Okay. So anyway.
Ed, you going on about Pattaya?
Yeah.
And like the police and all the rest of it, and someone getting arrested for inappropriate touching and all the rest of it. What happened to these nets? Back in COVID, like when they were banging on about, kind of handling, errant drunk tourists.
Yeah.
They have these net things, didn't they? They were going to put a net down on tourists or something.
Yes.
And they were getting out of control. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen one on the news or anything.
Yeah.
Do they use them or?
Well, the only thing, like you say, there was an incident, a few months ago, it might have been 6 months ago or something like that, when an Indian man got into trouble. I mean, he was fined a whopping big fine for touching inappropriately a Thai girl on Walking Street, and
they were like demonstrating on the beach, I think.
Yeah.
What they'll do with drunk tourists, like
yeah.
They got this like a net thing on a long pole, and they were going to like throw it over the drunk person, like, and then they grapple them to the ground or whatever. Like
that really sounds very, very draconian. That does. That sounds like the kind of thing that these freaky. That sounds like something like these freaky people. That's why they're all smiling. They're probably on the way now to bloody throw a net over someone. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to finish this soon. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. So anyway, when are you next? When are you next in abroad? Out in Philippines or Thailand?
I'm thinking probably early next year, I reckon. Legs healing well, because like that's the only thing really that's been holding me up, and all the rest of it. But legs healing up well now. And it should be another month or so, and it should be here all the rest of it. But I reckon probably, I'm in no rush, first quarter of next year.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've made my mind up. I'm definitely. I don't want to die in bloody piddling down England. I'd much rather.
Yeah, that's been pretty shit, hasn't it? Like the last month or so.
Well, I know it's British summertime. What do you expect? Anyway, Clive, I'm going to wrap things up pretty soon anyway, so I'll say good night to you anyway. Okay, cheers. Thanks for phoning in anyway. Okay, all the best, mate. Cheers. So that was Clive McLaren anyway. Brian Street is here. Nice to hear from you, Brian. Okay, so we talked about Snow White and this. At the end of the day, it all looks freaky, and you get the feeling somebody's having a bit of a laugh and a joke about all this. But freedom of speech is paramount. And at the end of the day, as long as it isn't being funded by the taxpayer, then It's not being funded by the taxpayer, then I don't see a problem. You don't have to go and see it. Okay. So anyway, Sceneries is here. I'm just going to say, yeah, but that's saying okay. Bobby, oh, okay, fair enough. Listen, we've been on for an hour and 42 minutes now, so I'm gonna say good night anyway. I think we got wrap that one. I'll be back on Monday at 9 o'clock, and hopefully I might just get a video out on the other channel this weekend. But I need the weather to be a little bit better than it is, because I like to do the video outside. But anyway, listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your super chats. Really appreciate that. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you in a very wokey way, an unwoke way, on Monday at 9 o'clock. Where's my play out music? It's right here. Night, guys. Cheers.